lot of room there. A lot of room for Bierman to come as well. Here's the delivery. It does go to the back post. And the ball, oh, is a chance there. A second effort there. It's 2-1. It's game on. SMU is back in it. It is not over yet here with under 12 minutes left.
There have been other opportunities like this, but SMU wasn't as organized for the second and third chance. This ball is played in well, headed down by Annan, just stepping up its truth. Byer is on that finish. It's a great one. Put it on frame, make the goalkeeper make the save, and now it gets real interesting for these final minutes.
In to take it is Mayu Inokawa, the junior out of Japan. Nicole Nelson watching on. A laser beam to the 6. Turns it around. Mustangs take the early lead. Winnie Bellata with her second goal of the year.
And everything to celebrate for SMU. It's an excellent service, and this is not the start you want if you're Florida Atlantic. There's great pace on this ball, and Bellata just comes through completely unmarked. Florida Atlantic's in that zonal defending shape for the corner kick. Just so much space, and look at that finish. Flying through the air is the center midfielder. Changes direction, it sets up this penalty.
This is a critical mistake by Florida Atlantic. And a chance for SMU to add to its lead. Here we go. Punches it in, and SMU doubles it. A brace for Bellata. A blink and you'll miss it start for SMU. Winnie Bellata, 1 goal on the season coming in. She's got 2 tonight.
This is exactly what you want if you're SMU. And then putting away the chance there, just decides to go for power. Nothing that Gonzalez could do on this one because she tries to guess, she goes for it, dives low, Bellata goes high. And that is a captain stepping up and really putting the team on her shoulders here early on. And make sure that Memphis doesn't do it on the flip side to them because they've come out tonight and been the aggressor. But it'll be interesting to see what happens when we go into a championship game and who is more aggressive going forward.
Coming in, has a look to the post. SMU by 3. It's Eliana Salama with her 4th strike of the year. Nail me coffin, and that nail wears 9.
This is a great strike. Chansey finds Salama in the wide space. I don't know how she finds space there, but she does. Gets it to the back post area. And this is great because you get another forward getting a goal here in the American Athletic Conference tournament. And now going into the championship, you've got confidence. She just finds that side netting. It's a great.
But she's going to go to med school, which is even as impressive.
This is swiped away by Bellata. A through ball up ahead, and a chance for SMU. Saved at the last second, but the second time's the charm. Nia Rose comes through with her 10th goal of the season to put SMU on top.
And what a through ball in. Just tapped by Tatum Sanders and none other than Nia Rose, who's been sleeping really this whole entire game, comes up to bring SMU the lead 1-0. And what a finish. She absolutely buries that ball.
Boy, wonder what to learn and grow with.
I think time management was really tough for me. I got really lucky just when it came to injuries. I had quite a few concussions, but my extremities were good.
SMU on the move again. Into the final third, rips it to the back post. And the Mustangs have a 2-goal lead on the brace from Nia Rose. The freshman phenom comes through again for SMU.
And Nia Rose just powering forward, looks up, looks twice. A dagger into Tulsa's heart right there. Complete finish into the back of the net. Slots one right past Tatum, and just, again, that just hurts.
Bellata has been one of those players who has been ruthless and relentless in her recovery of trying to get back on the field. That was something that Coach Nelson had talked about, and one of the reasons why she's a captain.
And North Texas has the ball in the box, a turn, a shot, and a goal. It's Eliana Salama. Salama's third goal this season, and the Mean Green give up the first goal of the night as SMU is on the board, up 1-0.
That is the start you want for SMU. Salama, again, with the speed that she has on the ball, really shifty in how she just knocks it outside of the foot and slots it past Ogden low and into the corner in a great...
Makes a full pirouette, dumps it down to Rudden at the corner of the 18. Sees it joining King, sends it to her in the corner. King on the right foot, all the way to the top of the 18. What a play by Rose! Rose, a goal! My goodness, Nia Rose, the skill. 2-0. SMU, the freshman, arrives with a monstrous goal.
Oh, great service by King. And look at the touch by Rose. Pops it up over the head of Merritt and easily just volleys this in. Not much Ogden could do about that. A true freshman at that, playing as if she's a fifth-year senior. Look at how calm, cool, and collected she was. But she had enough power behind it for it to keep going forward. And this is just a huge momentum change for North Texas.
Absolutely enormous. Remember, Kaya Lee just missed out on a goal. Now she tries one and she scores right back. Kaya Lee from distance. And SMU is back in front, 3-1.
You could not write this if you wanted to. Just as you thought North Texas was in it, here's Kaya Lee with a phenomenal shot to get it up and over Ogden. Cheeky play here with the skills, beats Merritt and just sails it over Ogden and into the back of the net to
Mustangs try to keep it here. Salama does keep it in. Salama making another run, but a good job by Charlotte Harris to just stop it. Now throws it away to Inakawa. Inakawa the serve in, little tip. That's a goal! It's Mackenzie Ryan! SMU strikes! On senior day, Mustangs up 1-0.
There's your senior day moment. Comes from Mackenzie Rudden. And such a slight deflection, almost a toe poke. And she nearly tackled Sam Estrada when Estrada came up to give her senior teammate a big hug after putting
substitution. SMU Goals.
Maybe just overran the ball a little bit, but turns out there's a reason. She was getting pulled to her left.
Cheney has come in and been marked with 2 fouls. No cards, however. Here's the restart. At the top of the goal, it gets through for SMU. A goal for the Mustangs. I'm not sure it was touched by Peyton Annan. She was certainly trying to get there. But the ball a little bit overrun by Jasmine Kessler. Let's see.
I'm not sure either. Peyton Annan is the one white jersey in that area.
Yeah, he got off her head.
She did. Yeah. She did. And we talk a lot about her ability in the air on the defensive end. But as the season has gone along, she has become more and more of a target in the offensive end.
Chance for the putback as well. And a cow will kick just off to the right. Slowly, and it's a goal. We got a one-goal match. Took your time getting up. Bierman guessed right. Just off the fingertips on the near post. So it's a 2-1 contest here in Memphis. Take a look. Slow trot up and pulls the trigger just to the near side. Again, good guess by Bierman. Good strike by Anakawa.
See Baylor and Oklahoma State. Corner kick SMU. This one's towards the 6, and it's headed off the underside of the crossbar and somehow stays out. Then it's hit the post, still alive, and over the line. SMU strikes first. Crossbar, then the post, then the back of the nets.
Yeah, this is just a goal of pure opportunity. They win the first ball, they pick up the second, it's a scramble in front of goal, and you just kind of keep it on frame and hope for the best. And as you can see, there's 4 or 5 SMU players who are right there to knock that ball right back in and came away with a goal.
Emma Alvord will claim that. She's a freshman from Argyle, Texas. And it's an area that Coach...
You're going to give up set pieces, and it's how are we going to react? How are we going to change this? And I think the more there's an emphasis on those set pieces, you're either going to rise to the occasion or going to go the other way.
Nia Rose has scored. Spectacular from the freshman. She cut inside on her right. That's 6 on the year for the talented Canadian. And SMU, a dream start down in Houston, leading 2-0.
I like this run. She's peeling away from the center back, isolates herself for a 1v1. She favors her right foot, a touch, and she smacks it. I mean, that is picture perfect, starting with the run, the touch to separate from her defender, and the shot on goal.
And now a turnover, and SMU has options with 4 pushing forward. 2 runners in the box. To the end line. It's pulled back towards the spot, and there is a third for the Mustangs. Eliana Salama. Great wide play there from SMU, and it's the goal scorer setting it up. Emma Alvord, she scored the opener. She assists on the third.
Exactly. Again, isolated on that flank, a big touch to separate from the defender, puts it across the face, and keeps it low and hard on goal. I mean, again, that's textbook of crossing and finishing and training that they've probably done all week, and now it is coming to fruition in tonight's game.
Second of the season for Eliana Salama. Eliana Salama, slow run up. Soft penalty, but she sends Pimentel the wrong way, and the Mustangs are in dreamland here. 4 goals inside 20 minutes.
Exactly, and that's kind of what you don't want to see for Rice, giving away 4 goals in a span of potentially 10 minutes. I think it's tough to come back from that. I think they need to regroup, get together, say, hey, let's get out of this half and restart from the second part of this half as well as the start of the second half.
Group, you think of Michaela Ferrudo, Callie McKinney, Katarina Albuquerque, and Carson Martz as well. That core is trying to revive things for Rise here this season. There's another opportunity and a 5th goal. Hard to slow her down. Nia Rose just keeps on scoring 2 more tonight. And SMU has 5 in Houston.
And as you can see here, driving at the back line, she pulls away from her defender, 1-on-1 again, and the low shot across the face of the goal. I mean, Yeah, I'm sensing a little bit of a trend here, but what I'm most impressed with is Nia Rose's off-the-ball movement. I mean, the most impressive thing to me is it was the same picture with different players. I think it's a very clear, as we're might be able to see again, a very clear.
How about that goal? A clear golazo there from the edge of the box. Seemed like an impossible angle, and everything is just working out tonight for SMU. They have 6 here in the first half, and the latest goal scorer, Leah Chansey.
And if you look at it, she takes her check, she sees the goalkeeper off her line. Is it a shot? Is it a cross? We don't know. Doesn't matter. It's in the back of the net.
And a really ragged back line there for Rice. It can't be that staggered. That should be offside if the line is more cohesive, but the last
standing defender for SMU, the left-footed serve to the top of the box, headed away, but a secondary chance by Chansey. Sends it out to Eliana Salama on the edge. Salama 1v1. Maneuvering to the goal line. Sends it in front. One touch and a goal for SMU.
Beautiful run by Eliana Salama. Just a little stutter step and then pulled the ball. It gave her all of, a foot, 2 feet around a defender, able to get that cross into the middle. And Peyton Annan, the Mustang defender, coming streaking all the way from the back end, slipped between a couple of the Cowgirls, poked it in past Grace Gordon. And here we are staring at a 1-0 Mustang lead.
Patterson gets bumped off the ball. Peterson. 2v2 at the top of the box. Now 2v1. And it's SMU who strikes first, and little surprise, it's the freshman with the quality finish, Nia Rose.
Simply a goal scorer. There's no other way to put it. They are bored. They're not made. The players who can put the ball in the back of the net. Rose, she is one if there ever was. You see the situation right here. Ball played into her defender, able to take her defender, the help late, and Rose doesn't even have to take.
Nia Rose making a run. Can Albert find a window to dial up the freshman who's been your difference maker so far today? Rose gets back onside and back in the box. Looking to share the wealth, and it's 2-0 SMU. And perhaps the person who can least believe it is Leah Chansey.
All credit to SMU. Brilliant stuff, but that is a goal Baylor cannot give up. They had a 5-on-3 numerical advantage, did the Bears. Only 3 red jerseys up the pitch, and SMU somehow, down 2 players, comes away with a goal in that situation.
Leah Chansey immediately puts her face in her.
She is very good in space, in floating. We talked to Coach Minata. She is excellent in space, and she likes creating moments and plays for her team, not only for goals but also assists.
Yeah, Coach Minata said that she has great creativity, as there's going to be a goal rolling past Lydia Sattler. So just as we're speaking about the Jacks, an easy goal for SMU works down, gets out ahead of the Lumberjack defense and scores one. Jacks not able to get a hand to that one. Lydia Sattler going to allow the first goal of this game.
That was Nia Rose. She scored the first goal against
Tennessee.
Sattler, yep, and she got against Tennessee, so she just scored right here against the SFA. So definitely a person that
to their own attacking third, rather, as Lumberjacks win this ball back. Now creating turnovers, but SMU once again taking the ball away, creating a run of their own. Byers now sending a ball, going to get past Lydia Sattler off the foot of Nia Rose for her second goal of the game. Great job there by Treasure Byers, pushing forward, getting inside that 18-yard box, sending the short pass to Nia Rose, and allowing Nia Rose to just do what she does best and score another goal for the Mustangs.
The Mustangs are making this pace extremely well. They're playing it slow when SFA has everything covered and has the field covered. And they are taking advantage of some of these pockets that they can run up and put One of the pivotal captains for this SFA team. She is an amazing junior. She plays very, very hard. Like I said before, she started all games last year, and she is just incredible. She's all over the place, not only defensively, but also offensively.
And there's another goal for SMU as Lydia Sattler does go down on the contact, as well as another Lumberjack player. Great job by SMU getting out ahead there, getting the shot out. You could see Lydia Sattler tried to come out and close out on that one, but not quite able to get to it before Nia Rose scores her third goal of the game to complete the hat trick here for SMU. We mentioned that name time and time again coming into this broadcast. We knew
matches. She has matched that output in just 3 games this year. Simmons on the ball here on the defensive side. SMU with a takeaway there. Here comes Rutten sliding it back middle. Nia Rose. Rose on her right foot slides it across, and a goal for SMU. Nia Rose opens her SMU account, and the Mustangs lead it 1-0.
Fantastic shot by Nia Rose into the lower left corner. And part of what made that, first of all, a nice entry pass into the box. But the way she was leaning, I think everybody in orange and white thought she was going to spin to her right and try to get a left-footed shot off. You see, and then she immediately touches it back to her left. And a couple of the late in the basketball game, right? The rim just gets a little smaller. Same deal there. When you have an open chance like that, it's not always as easy as it may look.
Here's a free kick. Secondary chance for SMU at the top of the 18. Can they keep it alive? A drive is in for SMU to go ahead. And finally, for Eliana Salama, she has delivered the first goal in her career for the sophomore. And SMU up 2-1.
And a player's down, I think, got injured during the celebration.
Inakawa was the one that served him the free kick. Salama,
freshman from Germany over to take it. Sends it to the back post. Has a teammate, just couldn't put that one on frame and cleared away. Now a chance for the Mustangs in the counter. It's going to be a race to it. SMU has it. One-on-one situation for the Mustangs. Nieves at the edge of the 18, and it's a goal. SMU takes it coast to coast off the missed corner. Sammy Nieves, the sophomore out of Bishop Gorman in Las Vegas, puts the Mustangs ahead.
It's gotta feel good leading this early on. I mean, look at those jets that she just turned on, coming from behind, catching her off guard. She's one of those players known for those 1v1s, and look at her calm, composed, just barely into that lower 90. And look at this beauty. It might have been a lot harder for that one, and been a goal-scoring opportunity for sure.
Dermott takes it away nicely. Now out to Nieves, still with the Mustang at the edge of the 18. Nieves sends that one over. Had Balata at the back post, and the Mustangs have doubled their advantage. Sammy Nieves with a goal and an assist. Absolutely beautiful placement. Put it on a dime, and the finish from Balata was clinical. Mustangs up 2-0.
Look at this beautiful play. I mean, she gets to the end line, she holds it, she's patient, she waits to pull the defender and chips right over the hands of the keeper. Perfect placement into the back of the net from Winnie with her amazing one touch that you can always depend on.
But they're going to have to do it down 2-0.
For me, I think I saw that progression start from the very beginning when the defense was trying to build out. They just...
As Nieves takes the return ball, Nieves has this one, and she has her second. 3-0 Mustangs, 25 minutes in. SMU putting on a show, and Sammy Nieves with the brace.
Wow, Nieves, one heck of a game. Look at this nice little chip layoff from Julissa. She continues to run, she goes, and she just places it perfectly. I mean, if that is not the nail in the coffin, I don't know what is. There's going to be quite a talking at halftime, I think, but that's not at all to take away from Sammy Nieves. Look at
on is both sides making the appeal for the foul. Neither will get it. Cisneros has Balata with her. Another chance here for the Mustangs. A lot of room in front of Winnie Balata. Has Bolin here to the near side. Balata takes the shot and has it.
Winnie Bellata makes it 4-0 SMU. The most goals the Mustangs have scored this season, and there is still 42.5 minutes remaining.
Wow, 2 goals for Nieves, 2 goals for Bellata. It's got to feel good. And even then, she had Jewel Boland right there. So whether she wanted to be selfish and take it herself or pass it on, it was a win-win either way there for SMU. I mean, just look at that.
I think judging by the celebration.
Players now, you know, getting minutes and finding that team chemistry and just making things work, as you can see here. And, you know, I will say, like I had mentioned in that Cincinnati game, it almost looked like Cincinnati.
Boland's going to take a shot and has it. Measured it perfectly, and Jewel Boland, the grad student from Portland, gets into the act. 5-0 Mustangs.
Wow. Oh, you can see it on Martina's face. She is just so leaving her body.
No one coming out to close out Boland. Bissett watching. I thought Bissett maybe thought she was going to lay that ball off to a teammate. As Boland, time and room, an absolute beauty from distance.
Yeah, to it, and then drawing that foul there in the box. I mean, that's a smart player, and as you can see, it was a foul committed as well. And the time nears, whistle is blown.
Sabasco taking the penalty, puts it into the back of the net, and we finally see a goal here from SMU. Julissa Cisneros winning the penalty, Courtney Sabasco slotting it away. It's 1-0 SMU, and it's a big goal from Courtney Sabasco. Makes no mistakes about it. Makes Rexford go the wrong way. And it's a massive goal here. Sort of the storyline we outlined at the beginning of the match of a lot of penalties coming from these two teams. Sabasco makes no mistake about this one.
That gives her 4 goals now on the season.
But I think Inakawa's had a really good second half in particular.
It's down to number 15 or number 3 for SMU. Meanwhile, a long ball, Jewel Boland with a great chance, a wide open goal. Boland still on it, tries to drive it, trickles in. My goodness, Jewel Boland, a year of frustration. Drips over the goal for the equalizer with 10 minutes left. What a moment.
Well, it's a fantastic through ball that starts all of that. And then Boland latches onto it there. She's around the goalkeeper. You sort of think maybe the moment is lost. And then it looks like a pretty good save.
Although SMU would have had a tough time to set up in time. 30 seconds left. Peterson will go for the long throw-in. The best remaining chance for SMU. Peterson into the box. Cisneros! What a way to do it! Julissa Cisneros! Let it go by the first time. She got it back and picked her spot. And SMU raises from the dead. 2 goals from seniors. And Julissa Cisneros puts her team up with 15 seconds left.
Well, what a nice long throw there from Peterson, and I just said it.
We'll attempt to keep SMU off the board. Here's Bellata. Bellata's ball sends Sanders the opposite direction, and SMU strikes first. So Winnie Bellata takes advantage of the penalty. That's the second goal of the season for Bellata. There's another look at it. You know, very rarely do you see them make a call like that, and especially when she was able to steady herself and actually play the through ball. The referee brings it back. Cutting to the inside here is Dermott. Dermott leaves it off. Cisneros finds the opposite side of the net, and SMU now leads by 2. from the free kick. It was all Dermott. Cisneros one touch with the left to the opposite side of the net. And SMU off to the races. Dermott gets
Rexford to cut the lead in half. The crowd is hushed here in Dallas. Bellotta scores it! And the SMU crowd is alive as Bellotta scores her first of her senior season.
Crowd is alive, and all of those pink jerseys on the bench usually stand up and give their teammate a high five after a goal. There's about 20 of them out onto the field to congratulate Winnie Bellotta. If you're everybody at this game who's wearing pink or to follow normal.
Sabasco just squeaks it in. The tying goal past the outstretched Anna Rexford. And Courtney Sabasco levels it with 3:20 to play.
On the scoreboard, this game is even, but look at the body language of the two teams. The SMU players are jumping out of their shoes celebrating. The Bearcats look absolutely shell-shocked, and quite honestly, I don't blame them. In the first half, they were the far superior team. They probably felt they could finish this one off. And
Free kick. Courtney Sabasco, fifth-year senior out of Fort Worth. Hit it straight in the air. Cisneros helps it on. It's a tying goal. The flag stays down. We just spotlighted her, Jewel Boland, with a good finish. Second phase of the corner of the set piece plagues Houston, and SMU has tied it up.
Acrobatic, wasn't it? This all comes from a good ball into the box. No one really attacked it. Cisneros with the header, and Boland, just that was instinctive, wasn't it? Just in the right space. Put your leg on it and just guide it towards goal. Didn't need power, just awareness, and lovely little finish from Boland.
Doing a great job with possession.
Really nice pass into space by Sabasco. Going to end up with Cisneros now. Cisneros trying to make something happen. Temple able to clear for a moment. Now a shot. That one saved away. Second effort. And that one's going to be knocked back into the goal. And SMU takes a 1-0 lead.
I don't know if Alina Khan tipped that number 19. Looked like she was right in front of that goal. But look, that was the key play right there. Cisneros on the ground saving it. And I think Khan did get it on the shot in by Nieves.
For Khan, that's her first goal of this season. Just another Mustang getting...
Right. There have been times this year when the Mustangs have, whether it's a corner or a free kick from out in the flank like this, where the ball floats into the middle and there's not a lot of activity. It'll be interesting to see how that changes. And you see a...
For SMU.
That's one way.
That worked. Sabasco off the head of Rudin, who doesn't have to use that big right foot. Instead, it's a header right into the back of the net. And how's that for attacking the corner?
Well, and it's exactly what you said, because a lot of the time this year, the Mustangs have spread their offensive targets around the middle of the box. That time you had 4 or 5 white jerseys crashing toward the goal. So even if Rudin's shot had not found the corner of the net, look how many... Right, there was a gap there. She was trying to push it through and just needed a few more miles per hour on that pass to split those two ECU defenders.
Sabasco finds Rudin this time. Rudin drives it. Great save. Cisneros follows for the goal, and SMU is on the board.
Cisneros is absolutely on a roll as far as being in the right place at the right time. But that, a lot of credit there to Rudin. Rudin cranked that shot. And by the way, Maeve English made a terrific save laying out to her right. You see Rudin teeing it up. English stretches out And Cisneros didn't have to get much on it. She just had to find the right spot, and she did. Right.
All of the COVID issues that the SMU program and injury issues they had that spring, just trying to play soccer, and had a tough time getting on the field. Only they were able to play 2 matches. Sammy Nieves out in front of the competition, crosses it for Cisneros. Little one-timer is just past Amber Lockwood and in. Nieves to Cisneros, and SMU strikes first.
And if this is hockey, we're giving 2 assists because Abby Dermott did a beautiful job flipping that ball over 2 North Texas players and dropping it right on the foot of Sammy Nieves, who took 1 touch and then sent it into the middle, found Nieves and Cisneros, who resisted the urge to wind up and try to hit it through the back of the net at 1,000 miles an hour. And
gives it back to SMU and a quick restart. Sammy Nieves down to Boland, trying to go to Sabasco up top. Rudin still able to stay on it, turns toward the goal, drives it off the crossbar. Cisneros header, goal, and a brace early on in Dallas.
2 goals in 6.5 minutes for Cisneros. Beneficiary of a beautiful shot by Rudin that caught just the bottom end of the bar, bottom side of the bar, and bounced back in. And you feel a little bit for Amber Lockwood. Obviously, no goalie wants to give up any goals. There's no way she was going to get that shot by Rudin because it had a little bit of a lift to it and it floated over her, out of her reach.
From high school. Just a frustrating evening offensively for North Texas. Another takeaway. Here's Katina Sapos joining. Sapos looking to distribute. Goes out wide to Kyle Lee. Lee, the serve into the box. Oh, it's a goal! The perfect placement by Kyle Lee as the freshman scores one to remember against North Texas.
Great shot for Kyle Lee, and I think Amber Lockwood was caught a little bit off guard, as if maybe she thought that was a cross.
I thought it was.
Because Lockwood didn't move for a minute, and then you could see her backpedaling with sort of an oh no look on her face as she realized.
Estrada. She's got a rocket for a right foot. Thomas trying to clear some space and hold off the on-rushing Jewel Boland, who crosses it over and scores for the Mustangs. Well, it was a race to the ball, and Boland got there, was able to keep it alive and just bounce it past Mackenzie Short, and the Mustangs lead it.
And that initial volley that came in, having the ball land around the 18-yard box is always tricky for the communication between the defending line and just the keeper.
And she did, it looked like, get her left foot out there. I thought brief.
Sabasco with it now up ahead. Who's trying to look for Nieves. There's Nieves. Maybe SMU's got something going here. Cisneros! They're on the board! Her second goal of the year. Puts the Mustangs up 1-0 in the 60th minute.
Cisneros gets that goal. The play was made by Sammy Nieves because when she ran onto the ball, Jewel Boland was over on the right. She gave her a look, sent a couple of defenders that way, and by doing so, she freed a little more space to turn into the middle of the field, found Cisneros on the far side, and the senior transfer.
Here's Courtney Sabasco. Penalty kick, put the Mustangs ahead 2 goals. That's the dagger!
And if you're Sattler, you're a little bit heartbroken. As a goalkeeper on a penalty kick, all you can do is pick one direction, guess, and that way. She got the right direction. Sabasco did a nice job really tucking it close inside the lower right corner. And if it's well struck, very few goalies should have a chance to get any penalty kick. And Courtney Sabasco certainly struck it well, but Sattler had a chance. She guessed the chances will appear.
This one for Julissa Cisneros. Leaves it off for Rudin. Rudin
Plays it back for King. Volleys it toward the box. Boland couldn't get ahead on it. Instead, it's Sammy Nieves. Back to the frame. Hits the right corner pocket. And SMU goes up 1-0.
Really nice finish by Sammy Nieves for two reasons. One, she's staring straight into that sun that is setting behind us on the west bleachers. And number two, Jewel Boland. You see the cross here from King. A one-time left-footed cross. So Jewel Boland goes up, and it'd be very easy for Nieves.
Smart of her. She sets her team up here for an opportunity.
Courtney Sabasco. Off the line drive, the header is in. Mustangs strike first in Knoxville.
Terrific finish by SMU, and this is exactly what Coach Nelson's trying to instill within her team, is to not lose confidence and just believe in yourself. Play with that level of freedom. They're given an opportunity on a set piece, and they're able to capitalize on it. Sabasco with the perfect ball placed in, and you can see the header by Peyton Annan, just the height on her. She gets heads above.
Sort of a flow of possession, and if you can keep the Owls pinned in, you can start to really strain their defense a little bit.
Nieves on the backside here, able to chase it down with her speed. A chip toward the goal, and a header is good by Julia, who lifts it Cisneros. Cisneros with a perfect pop right over the 5'4" goalie Kilgore, and Cisneros cracks the scoreboard for the first time in an SMU uniform.
We will sing the praises of Bella Kilgore all day because she's a terrific player, but that doesn't erase the fact that she is 5'4". And in talking to the SMU coaches during the week, we asked them, is it too simplistic to say you've got a 5'4" goalie? No matter how much they ran over the summer, again, it's very different playing in a game and at game speed compared to running your miles in the morning in the summer, or even playing scrimmage situations in camp.
Sabasco getting saucy, chips it toward the goal. You bet! From outside the 18, Courtney Sabasco opens up her account in 2022 with a curling drive past Bella Kilgore. 2-1, SMU.
Nice call on the saucy, by the way. I think it's clear the scouting report is upper left, upper right. Bella Kilgore is a terrific goalkeeper, but she's not big. And you got to make her cover as much space as possible. And look at Sabasco floating it up and just
or deny them the shutout at the very least.
So it's Whitmore against Roque from the spot. A chance for the Mustangs to find a road goal. The shot, upper 90. SMU is on the board. Fifth goal of the season for Lindsay Whitmore. And the Mustang bench is on its feet and jubilant. Perhaps a bit too little too late, but something to smile about nonetheless. On a great season from SMU. A bit of a reward for Petroselli's side. He said, we're tough. We're going to battle. We're not going to quit. And you get on the score sheet here in the NCAA section.
Longhorns knock it out of bounds. Quickly thrown in by the Mustangs. No score here in the early going from Washburn Soccer and Track Stadium in Dallas. Centering shot on goalie, good. Score for the Mustangs. Brooke Golick with her first goal of the season, and it comes at a great time for SMU as they take a 1-0 lead.
What a great pass into the inside. This is a great center kick here. Now you've got the defense stretch, and there's Vilgrain in the corner. Number 21, she passes it inside.
She's been limited somewhat by a hamstring, but is out there for the second half as she is an important fixture for the Mustangs. Kind of plays that defensive midfield, and there's a shot and a goal.
There she is.
Wow. And it is Winnie Bellata. Talk about timing.
Gotta have her on the field. You gotta have her out there.
Boy, do you ever?
I mean, what a great season she's having. She's second-team all-conference player. And like you said, a pivotal piece of what they do for the Mustangs.
Lainey Bellata with her 6th goal of.
Perhaps a chance over here. Oh! Unbelievable. Jasmine Vilgrain couldn't quite connect. Could have been the first big chance. And here's a shot, and the first one goes into the back of the net. All of a sudden,
SMU Goals, scored by number 10,
takes the lead.
Bellata.
A great strike by Bellata outside the box. She left English with pretty much no chance right there on that opportunity.
Winnie Bellata with the goal.
Exactly what SMU was looking for. That early goal changed the momentum from the last game. What a strike right here from outside.
Coming back in, and it looks like
Into the game for ECU.
Samantha
Number 2,
Moxie.
Lexi Moore. Number 13, Brooke Brzezinski. And number 29, Holly Schlegel.
And a chance here, and it's in the back of the net, and it's coming from another set piece. SMU have retaken the lead as we were checking on the substitutions. Winnie Bellata.
The great header right here.
Right into the angle, and nothing.
It's an unusual formula, but so far it's been effective this year.
One of the recent, I guess, exceptions to the rule was Wednesday when they outshot Temple. Whitmore with speed, as always, slides it in front. Kahn to the back post. She scores!
Second goal in 2 games for Alina Kahn.
Alina Kahn guiding that cross from Lindsay Whitmore. And SMU is on the board.
And Alina Kahn, that ball came off the outside of her foot. It looked almost like she mishit it. And had she hit it directly, it might have gone right into the lap of Emma Malsey. But it sort of squibbed off the. Now, whether it's intentional or not, you know, we're not in her. She did it again. Emma Malsey read that and stayed with the ball rather than assuming Nieves would shoot, and got out in front of Kahn's shot. Terrific save by Malsey.
Oh, but Sabasco, and it goes in. The goal for SMU. I thought it was going to hit off the post and go wide, but it goes in for Mackenzie Rudden. Rudden, her 2nd goal of the season, off a clean corner from Courtney Sabasco. The Ponies are off and galloping. It's 2-0.
Nice redirect by Rudden, and you got to feel a little bit badly for Emma Malsey. First of all, she just made a fantastic save on Kahn a moment ago. And now SMU is sitting on 2 goals, both of which have bounced off a goalpost. You look at just her development this season, again, her first at SMU. She's really grown and evolved as a player, and you know, it's a little nerve-wracking to throw a freshman in for most coaches, but she's become a valuable part.
Nieves crosses it in, and it is tipped in by Alina Kahn. The little redirection, and SMU is on the board for the first time tonight.
Good for Alina Kahn. That's her first goal. And didn't mean to talk over your call of that, but you're right. It was a very nice redirection, and it looked like Stabline was a little bit back on her heels as if she was waiting for more of a shot. But you see the cross from Nieves, and Kahn did a nice job just sort of driving her foot underneath it and letting.
Eventually, SMU is able to get it out near midfield on the counter. Here comes Brigitte Poulins with players on each wing. Poulins slides it down to Whitmore. Whitmore, unselfish pass back to Poulins, and she buries it. SMU up 2-0.
All night, Temple has been playing for a counterattack, and it's the Mustangs who get the goal on the counterattack. Coming off of that corner, Brigitte Poulins started heading upfield in a 2-on-2 formation, but it was Lindsay Whitmore who came flying out of the back end to make it a 3-on-2, giving the Mustangs a numbers advantage.
and she ends up being the middle of that give and go with Poulins, and you see the excitement.
Bellata against Rexford, and it's an early 1-0 Mustangs lead. Winnie Bellata, goal number 3. On a penalty kick, the Mustangs take the early lead. And the Bluebirds are out at Gettler Stadium. They didn't like that call against the home squad, but SMU strikes first, and they have been dominant this year when in this situation. They have yet to lose when scoring first. Middle, Barron takes it away with an outstretched leg. Does a fantastic job of preventing that cross. But right back to action. Nieves with space. Her shot and a goal. The equalizer for Sammy Nieves. First of the year and the first career goal for Sammy Nieves. And slots it in the upper 90. The Mustangs had made so many good runs over the last, just enough off the outside of her leg. Zappos to the corner. Sabasco. Her cross. Rexford grabs it, barely on the end line. It's in. SMU takes a lead, and all momentum is back with the Mustangs. The substitute Mackenzie Rudden scores. 2 unanswered for SMU. Everything looked so grim at halftime for the Mustangs, but the Ponies have the lead again. Third and
right. Sabasco to serve again. The wind's blowing out. Sabasco to the back post and just over the head of the onrushing C. It's crossed back in front again. Settling it down. C stepping in. It's a goal! C drives it to the far post past the outreaching Caroline Delisle, and SMU strikes first.
Nice job by Elizabeth C. Again, could have pulled the trigger quickly. There were 2 defenders standing right in front of her, and she paused for a half a second and looked up to determine where Delisle was and saw some open space, and I'm not sure it didn't deflect off of a defender on the way in as well. You see her settle the ball. She looks up
side. Sabasco. Vilgrain. Whitmore stands it up to the back stick. The header bounces in. The cutback along the end line pays dividends for the Mustangs, who take the lead. Guess who? Courtney Sabasco, who gets a big reception from the bench. She was just lurking at that back post, and sometimes that's all you need to do. Just get ahead to it. Doesn't matter if it takes a touch off the ground, if you have to bounce it in, just get. Good ball out wide. Sampos, Bellata, Whitmore rolls it into an empty net. The Mustangs double up their lead. It's the graduate transfer. Strokes it home and makes it 2-0. Such great work from Sampos to take it to the end line and then cut it back. Bellata misses it in the middle of the box, but honestly, it was better that it did so because it was a perfect opportunity for Whitmore to finish off. You can see she just goes.
OU holds up. They don't force the issue here. Sabasco off to C. Plays it back to Sabasco near side. Has Pullins up the near side. Instead, eyes toward the area as Vilgrain, or rather, it's chipped in and for a goal! Right on the foot of Winnie Bellotta after the misplay by Nikki Panis. Bellotta, one of the easier goals of the season, and SMU goes up 1-0 just like that.
We talked in the pregame about applying pressure against the Sooners, trying to force them to make mistakes, and Nikki Panis did. I don't know why she's not coming out catching this ball. Maybe she thinks she's closer to the top of the 18 than she really is. But she punched it and didn't punch it very hard. And this is almost like...
in my opinion. But nonetheless, a penalty coming here for Courtney Sabasco. Here it is from Sabasco. And she scores past the dive of Kilgore. SMU leads with under 12 minutes remaining at Holloway Field. Third goal of the season for Sabasco. Her first penalty attempt, and she converts. Really not sure about that penalty decision. It was called against Jaden Roberts for her challenge edge of the box after the shot.
It hasn't changed anything on the scoreboard, but it certainly indicates a little bit of a shift in pressure by the Mustangs.
Sabasco, the leading scorer this year for SMU, with 5 points. Out of the corner, this line drive to the top, a header, and it's a goal! What a shot! Right off the head of Peyton Duran and in. And she bends it past Evie Vitale. SMU opens up the scoring tonight.
And I think Peyton Vitale might have been as shocked by that ball being redirected by Duran. Beautiful corner out to right about the penalty area. And Duran didn't really lean into it and snap that forward. She just got her head on it and redirected.
Goal has got to make everything feel a little bit easier for them going forward.
Well, and getting into the box a bit more. A lot of their shots on Thursday were actually outside the 18. They were from distance, but some good chances early in the box.
And now SMU responds quickly. Kick across the 18, and it is Elizabeth C. answering just like that to tie it up at 1. Equalizer there by C. A lot of action here in this, the 9th minute of the match. First, it was Mackenzie Anthony for Baylor, and then less than a minute later, Elizabeth C. responded.
Beautiful ball there from Bellotta to the back post, and a lot.
Yeah, a lot of times, you know, whether it's a shot on goal, whether it's a goal, it does sort of serve as a spark. And, you know, especially in the first game or two of the year, sometimes you see teams sort of feel their way along.
Here's Bellotta with a really nice ball going far post. It's in for a goal.
Sabasco.
Bellotta able to feed it on the ground to Sabasco, who buries it, and SMU goes up 1-0.
Huge momentum shift there. You think the Mustangs gave up a goal on the opposite end, and just a minute later, you get the goal wiped off, and then you get one of your own on the opposite end. And for Sabasco, getting the first goal of the year, really nice job not getting too aggressive and just tucking the ball. I think that's by design, that she's trying to see if some of the Northwestern State players will lose the ball in the sun.
Jamie Haynes for Northwestern State was able to keep Winnie Bellotta off of it as it's taken right away. A 1v1. Right back to the goal. Courtney Sabasco has a brace. And SMU goes up 2-0. Sabasco takes it away and then puts it away.
Can I get a mulligan on my comment earlier about Estrada being the player of the game so far?
Anything.
Beautiful play by Courtney Sabasco. Absolutely picking the defender clean, racing in toward the goal, able to keep possession. Again, that's one of those things where it's easy to get really excited and either airmail.
Sanford
running in the middle for the officials. And he made it pretty clear he doesn't want to hear any more from the coaches objecting to calls or non-calls.
Here's Jewel Boland trying to work it through the middle of the field. English has it! Golazo!
Jewel Boland. That was beautiful to tie it up.
That was a heck of a strike from about 30 yards out. Cut inside one defender, and it's what we were talking about. You want a couple of quick touches and just let it go. Maeve English has done a wonderful job so far, but that's really the first, I think that may be the first shot on goal. Jewel Boland had one earlier that banged off the pipe. And so that's...
Leah Chansey, the freshman, will do the honors.
All of them in the second half, I believe.
She want to bend one into Boland here. Near the top of the box, a header still on the ground. And on the deflection, it's into the goal. SMU takes the lead with under 5 minutes remaining. 2-1.
That's what you're going to need. When you have an approach like that where a team is fully packed in, you're going to need a deflection. That's what we were talking about earlier. Sometimes it's not going to be pretty. It's going to be, let's see, in hockey they call it kind of a greasy goal.
We watch on the deflection. Who got this one in?
Dorian got a head on it, and that ball was kicked off of Jordan, who just came in.
The attacking third, but anytime they look to finish or need to get that final pass, it looked like they're looking to struggle.
Well, I think that's part of the evolution of this program as we get a counter opportunity here for SMU. Cross back into the box, shot put on and parried away by Stabline. The rebound is in, and SMU has scored first. Put back in by Jewel Boland, the senior from Portland, Oregon. Rebound hunting and giving SMU a 1-0 lead. Well, that spoiled an absolutely terrific first save by Stabline. As we get another look, I mean, Boland just right place, right time to put that one back in. Brooke Kane, the freshman local product out of right here in Philadelphia. The corner is away from Leah Chansey. High service, header, kept off the line by Temple. Stabline to the ground, and a second opportunity is in. Another rebound goal, this one for Winnie Bellata, and SMU has doubled their lead. It's 2-0 Mustangs.
I want to see the replay because I think the Temple players are actually calling for a handball.
We will get another look here. DeGenova keeps it off the line the first time, and a couple looks there off the free kick, or they got a second look. They did not get an initial look off that free kick, and not able to do anything dangerous with it, Z.
Yeah, I want to see Temple be able to, again, develop the play. You know, I keep saying it, but I think they're getting off their passes just a little too early. And
what a shot! SMU buries that one from distance and makes it a 3-goal game.
At that point, I mean, she had a lot of space. I think a defender at that point just needs to finally step.
Now, what a night for Jewel Boland, senior. I mean, this is unbelievable. It caught us off guard. It clearly caught Temple off guard. Look at the strike from Boland.
Yeah, I mean, plenty of time, no one around her.